The Titans schedule is out. We are about to break it down for the 2024 season. Thanks to our friends over at GameTime. They are presenting today's show. Get $20 off your first purchase with code CHATSPORTS. Do make note, terms do apply. Before we break down the schedule game by game, predict the Titans record for me at the pinned comment of today's video. Let's go game by game here for Tennessee's 2024 schedule. And boy, wouldn't it be nice to get the Caleb Williams era off to a bad start. On the road in Chicago, week 1, a 1 p.m. all times Eastern, by the way, for Tennessee. Week 2, Aaron Rodgers, in theory, it comes to town with the Jets, a home game. I will go more in depth on that one and why I think that game matters a pretty good amount for Tennessee. Week 3, home against the Green Bay Packers. By the way, get used to seeing 1 p.m. Of the announced 17 games, 16 times we know, all but one of them is 1 p.m. Eastern time. So just set your Sunday schedule. Tell your wife or girlfriend you're unavailable from 12:45 to 3:45, 4:15, whatever, Eastern time on Sundays. In almost all cases, except for Monday in week 4. Titans on the road against the Miami Dolphins. I think Dolphins fans still traumatized with that game. Why not do it again? What I hate for Tennessee is this. A stupid early bye in week 5. A lot of games to be played after that. I am not a fan of a bye that early for the NFL, especially with only one. Week 16 home against the Indianapolis Colts, kind of a key game for Tennessee to keep pace in the AFC South in theory, coming off the bye. And then with the Buffalo Bills, a road trip in week 7. Nice part is that's Buffalo in October and not Buffalo in December. Week 8 on the road again, back-to-back road games. A very bluey screen, I know, but deal with it. At the Detroit Lions in week 8. That's a very tough back-to-back road game slate for Tennessee. Week 9, they're back home against the New England Patriots, a game they certainly can win because I'm not sure Patriots going to be that good. Week 10, this is the other non-1 p.m. game. At the Chargers, that's because it is a 4:05 p.m. Eastern time slot because they're very rarely going to make the West Coast teams get up and play at like 9 a.m. local time or 10 a.m., whatever. So 4:05 that time for the Chargers. Vikings, 1 p.m., that game back at home as they get the NFC North stretch this season. Week 12 at Houston, the first time we get to mention the Texans on the schedule for Tennessee this year. That is a road game. And then week 13, another back-to-back road game slate at Washington. Now, D.C. at December 1st shouldn't be that cold, but it is worth at least keeping an eye out for potentially. Week 14, home against Jacksonville. As by the way, it's a couple AFC South games all kind of to end the season. A home game, by the way, in Week 15. The Bengals bust down, probably, I assume. It's not. Maybe they fly. Who knows? Week 15 against Cincinnati, always a local-ish rivalry game. Week 16, part of an AFC South finish, which means unless Tennessee just sucks early this year, which I don't think they're going to suck, they'll be in the mix. 4 of their last 5 games are AFC South opponents. They will have playoff hopes alive late in the season. At Indy in Week 16, on the road at Jacksonville again in Week 17, so back-to-back AFC South road games. And then TBD on the time, we'll see if they're in the mix, either team technically, home against the Houston Texans in Week 18. We are trying to grow to 10,000 subscribers. The goal is to keep giving you guys coverage here on Titans Today and continue to do watch parties even though people have left. We will have you covered, Titans news, rumors, analysis, videos, and we'll do our damnedest to keep you guys involved. Obviously, I've got other things going on, but I care about the Titans, so I'm going to keep finding ways to do videos. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/Titans Today. Let's go more in depth on some of these games. I'm going to come back to the Jets game because I have key thoughts on that one. I want to beat Caleb Williams week 1. I think that'd be funny, and it would make Harrison cry, and I think that'd be really funny. Packers is going to be a tough game. Dolphins is going to be a really tough game. So regardless of what happens in week 1 against Chicago, I might argue that Jets, the home opener, is the biggest game in this September slate. That's why it's the game time featured matchup for me. I'm not saying any week 2 game is a must-win game, but especially if you lose week 1, when you've got, Miami, Green Bay, I don't want to start the year potentially 0-4. That's such a bad taste in your mouth with such an early bye. I think regardless of how good Aaron Rodgers is coming off the Achilles, you're getting him early in the year. He might not be 100%. I think this is a game the Titans can and should steal if they're underdogs or whatever. You can go to this game, and of course, any Titans game this year, thanks to GameTime. They take the guesswork out of buying tickets to your next big event. That's sports or other ways. Plenty of things, of course, to do down in Nashville. Flash deals help you save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or event you're going to. Keep an eye out for the zone deals. You save even more when you choose a section and let GameTime then choose these seats. Also, turn on the all-in pricing feature. It'll show your total up front, so there are no surprise fees at checkout. Download the GameTime app and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but again, create your account over at GameTime.co and download the app. Redeem code CHATSPORTS, ChatSports, for $20 off your first purchase. Download the app today for last-minute tickets, the lowest price, all guaranteed. Again, stupid buy in Week 5. I hate it. We'll come back to the Week 6 matchup here. Week 7 and Week 8 is a very difficult slate of games. On the road, 2 playoff teams. If I'm being objective and honest, I don't feel great about the Titans' chances, but hey, upsets certainly happen. Now, this game against the Colts, I think, is critical. You're coming off the bye. It is your only AFC South matchup in the first 11 weeks of the season. Everything else, there's Week 12, then Week 14, 16, 17, 18. There are not a lot of AFC South matchups early in the season for Tennessee. You're coming off the bye. I'm unconvinced Indy's going to be a great team. You want to make noise in the division this year? You almost got to win that game. So who do you have winning? T for the Titans or C for the Colts? Head down to the comment section and let me know. Week 9, Patriots. I really want to win that game. I think it's doable. I don't think that roster is good enough in New England. Chargers, again, one of the only non-1 p.m. Sunday game, one of the 2 non-1 p.m. Sunday games, if we include the Monday night game, but only one game on Sunday is not at 1 p.m. At the Chargers, we'll see if they're good or not. They're kind of retooling. I think Minnesota, Houston, Washington. I look at that 3 slate of games. You got Week 11, Week 12, Week 13, all 1 p.m. slates, 2 road games. You can go 3 wins, pipe dream 4 wins there, but if you get 3, I think you're going to set yourself up as you get into the December slate, beyond Washington on December 1st, to be able to push for a playoff spot. So with that in mind, will the Titans make the playoffs this year? Y for yes, N for no. Go vote in the comments section. It is hilarious in the months of December and into the end of January for Week 18. AFC South, almost like an honorary AFC South team because they're so close to you, the Bengals. It's cheating, but whatever. Local-ish rivalry game to an extent. AFC South, AFC South, AFC South. Unless, as I said earlier, unless Tennessee is awful and Will Levis is just not good, which I don't think is going to be the case for either of those things, you get to Week 14, 5 games to go. Even if you've only won 4 of your first, 12 matchups, you're going to have a chance to make a push and win a bunch of games in the 1 p.m. slots, beat division rivals. Those games are always close. You got 3 home games in there. The Titans have a chance with the way the schedule sets up. If they can survive and advance into the December timeframe, you can beat teams like the Commanders, the Vikings, the Patriots, let's say the Colts earlier on this year, the Jets, and maybe the Bears. Can get you to 6 or 7 wins, and you're going to have a chance to sneak your way into the postseason if you take care of business down the stretch. So before we go, if you haven't already, head to the pinned comment and go vote on today's pinned poll question. Predict the Titans' record in 2024. Remember, it is still 17 games. Go head down there and vote right now.